Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something called Delta Meditation. It's a really powerful spiritual idea that gets right to the heart of a problem I think pretty much all of us have. That voice inside our head that just will not shut up.
So let's just jump right in with a question for you. That voice in your head, the one that's talking right now? Yeah, that one. Are you really the one in control of it? Do you decide what it says next?
You know that feeling, right? That constant inner monologue just chattering away, full of worries and random thoughts that you didn't even ask for? If that sounds familiar, well, you're definitely not alone. And according to the folks behind Delta Meditation, there's actually a name for this whole situation.
They call it the tyranny of the mind. And look, according to this philosophy, we're not just talking about a little annoyance here. It's way more serious. It's basically a state of mental slavery, where your own thoughts have taken over and are literally building the reality you experience every single day.
And here's the kicker. These thoughts aren't just harmless background noise. The idea here is that every single thought, every dream you have is like a line of code being written into your subconscious. It's a form of self-hypnosis, constantly programming you, usually without you even realizing it. And that program? Well, that becomes your life.
So if our thoughts are constantly programming us, then how do we stop it? How do you stop the programmer? Well, Delta Meditation has an answer, and it's pretty radical, but also surprisingly simple when you break it down.
It basically splits our inner world into two opposing forces. It's a pretty stark comparison. On one side, you've got the mind. They literally call it the devil. It's the source of all your suffering, the thing that drains your energy. And on the other side, that's your true inner self, and they call that God, the source of all peace, the wellspring of pure awareness.
Okay, and this is where this whole philosophy really veers off from a lot of other meditation practices you might have heard of. The teaching here is that even just watching your thoughts is a trap. Think about it like this. If a thief breaks into your house, are you just going to stand there and watch them? No. The source says that by observing your thoughts, you're just staring at the thief as they steal your divine energy. You're giving them your attention, and that's what keeps you trapped.
So, what's the goal then? What's the end game here? Let's talk about the ultimate objective of this practice, and you'll see how it's actually connected to some really ancient ideas from all over the world.
The path to freedom is, well, it's incredibly direct. There's only one way, and it's absolute. The goal is the complete and total shutdown of all that mental chatter. We're not talking about managing it or observing it. We're talking about stopping it, cold.
Now, I know this might sound totally radical to us today, right? Just stop thinking. But what's fascinating is that this idea has super deep roots. You look at yoga, they have nirodha, which means the cessation of the mind's turning. In Zen, it's wunyan, or no thought. Sufism, Taoism. It's like all these ancient mystics from completely different parts of the world were all pointing to the exact same thing.
Okay, so that's a theory. It's a big idea. But what happens when people actually do this? What are the results? This, my friends, is where the claims get, well, they get pretty wild. Truly extraordinary.
Get this, the reported success rate for people who actually follow this path to achieve mental silence is 100%. 100. The claim is that literally every single person who commits to this gets there. They achieve silence. And if you thought 100% was something, how about this number? 0. As in, the number of negative comments or dislikes reported across all of their public videos and sessions. 0. They present this as proof that what they're teaching has a deeply positive, undeniable impact.
But wait, there's more. The claims go even further. We're talking reports of people healing from diseases that doctors had called incurable. And maybe the most important part of all, the thing that's central to their whole philosophy, is that all of it, the teachings, the healings, everything, is 100% free.
And that completely free part is huge, because it frames this as something much bigger than just another self-help technique. It's presented as a movement for all of humanity, something for everyone, no barriers. And it's not just big ideas either. They provide actual practical tools you can use. So let's look at one of them. A really simple but apparently powerful technique they share for reprogramming your own subconscious. Okay, so here's how it works, and it's surprisingly simple. Step 1. You record yourself. You use your own calm voice to say positive affirmations or maybe tell a story about the life you want. Step 2, you mix that recording with some gentle background music, like nature sounds or something soothing. And finally, step 3, you play that audio file on repeat for 21 nights straight as you fall asleep.
The whole idea is that when you're drifting off to sleep, your conscious mind, the critical part, is out of the way, so these messages go straight to your subconscious.
So you take these absolutely extraordinary results, and you put them next to this completely free, no-strings-attached approach, and you can really start to see why its followers say, hey, this isn't just a meditation technique. This is a movement for the good of all humanity. And that really brings us to the final big question, doesn't it? We started this whole thing talking about that little, annoying voice inside one person's head, inside your head. But just imagine, if one person can find this kind of peace, this kind of power, by learning to silence that voice, what would happen to our world if we all could do it?